These insane woke liberals have gone so far left that they have left the left behind, right? You have guys like RFK. We're talking about a guy whose uncle was JFK, the Democrat of Democrats, becoming a Republican cabinet member. Think about that, folks. This man who has seen more of the deep state's shenanigans than anybody combined, any two, three people combined, has become a Republican cabinet member. That's how far left this damn left has gone, these so-called progressives. And, I was thinking about this as I was filming the last video that I was doing this evening, which was, it's crazy that this idea of like the radical right? That's always pushed. There's the radical. They're so radical. We're so radical on the right. Those conservatives are so radical. And I realize you sound radical to somebody who has lost their damn mind is going to view mom and dad as radical. Like let's get into this. No, let's get into this. Let's break down what these radical ideas are that the so-called radical conservatives or Republicans or the right, even moderates today are described as radical. Even if you are a Democrat, classified Democrat, but you voted for Donald Trump, you're now seen as radical. Let's get into radical. Okay, radical is wanting your country to be, protected. Radical is wanting to put your country first or your countrymen first. So not giving all of our taxpayer dollars to warmongers, not giving our money over to, everybody else but the people of the country, but instead, maybe focusing on this country first, please. Pretty please. That's a radical idea now. That's a far right ideology. You are considered far right if you believe that your borders should be protected. Think about that. If you believe that criminals should not be coming into this country, and when they do and they commit crimes, that they should not be arrested, if you don't believe in that, you are now far right. That's how far we've gotten, folks. That's how far we've gotten. The left have lost their entire minds. Before, it's like, you lost your rabbit ass mind. Now it's like you lost the whole thing. It's gone. It's evaporated into a fine powder. It's gone. It's no longer there. There is no thinking process left. You are in a cult. And they love to project that onto everybody else. Oh, look at MAGA. MAGA's a cult. I say, if you knew how much discussion, how many disagreements there are within the movement of MAGA, if you knew how many fractions and how many people don't stand with those and don't think of that and those ones don't like that, that is literally the opposite of a cult. Instead, on the left, if you deviate from one of their beliefs, you are ostracized. You are cut off from the fam. You are no longer one of them. How dare you? You believe in what? You believe that little children should not have their private parts mutilated? What kind of a monster bigot are you? That's how these people see you. They have lost their damn minds. It's gone. So that's a radical idea now. I want my children to be protected from the psychopaths who would want to violate them. Oh, you're just a bigot. I'll be a bigot till next Tuesday and the next one after that and the rest of the Tuesdays I got left in my life if it means protecting the babies. If it means protecting my wifey and the likeness thereof. Simple. I will not hand my child over to you to play experiment with, to get attention from. Oh, let me turn mine into one of those transformers so I can get myself some attention. Oh, you radical right-wing racist white supremacist who doesn't want me to exercise my mental illness upon the children. That's what y'all sound like. It is ridiculous. I hope you hear this in your sleep. I hope this is playing like a tape recorder as you go night-night. I want you to remember this. You are insane if you're given over to this mentality, this ideology, this dogma, this doctrine, this cult. You are insane. Do you want me to tell you anything else? If you believe that boys should be able to go inside of those girls' locker rooms without any consent, you're insane. You're the problem. It's really as simple as that. This is the ideology. And I like to use more potent words if I can. This is the dogma. I think dogma is a strong enough word. Let's go with dogma, because dogma instills this image in my head that it is religious, and more than just religious, it is occult-like. It is fundamentalist, because that's what they are. They're not just a cult of any sort. They are fundamentalists in their religion of woke. You cannot deviate from this lunacy. If you have just a fractile of an idea that's different, you're kicked out of the tribe. You're kicked out of the religion. You're excommunicated. You are radical. I saw a countless amount when TikTok was a thing. Hopefully it stays. I really do, because shout out to my side at TikTok, whatever side I was living on and then creating content for. Shout out to y'all, right? I grew quite a large following in a very short amount of time, just telling the damn truth. And what I came to realize was, man, there's a whole bunch of people who are just Democrats, lifelong Democrats, etc., who literally had no choice but to switch, because what they remembered, what they thought their side was the absolute opposite. They would say something as simple as, maybe we can find common ground, and their cult leaders would come for their head, tear them apart. There were women who were having other women wish that they got raped and they got unalived because they voted for Donald Trump. I hope you have to leak out without any medical attention. These are the types of messages. And I'm not talking about one or two, the fringe. No, I'm talking about plethoras. I'm talking about hundreds of messages. Out of thousands of comments, hundreds of messages. Hundreds of messages of people having these sorts of threats made upon their lives. Immigrants. Oh, we care so much about immigrants. Oh, please let the people in, let them pour in. Oh, those. As soon as they find out that you deviate from their own ideology, I hope you get deported back to where you came from. And you might be from damn Mississippi, but that's the type of message that you got. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You're going to leave it in I know the comments are going to be commenting today. The comments will be commenting because you know exactly what I'm talking about, because you faced it. You've now become radical. Welcome to the radical far right. Welcome to a radical far right where right? If y'all watch my content, you know me. I'm considered as a far right. I'm considered as a white supremacist, guys. According to the woke doctrine, right? According to the woke doctrine, I am considered as a far right extremist. So it's not what's his name? David Duke? Was that his name? It's not him anymore. It's not the little mustache man, right? Who literally wants to exterminate an entire group of people. Not them. God, no. Them? No. It's this guy. The guy who believes that black people and white people can come together and let go of the race aspect and just be a human race. That racism is not the biggest problem, but instead it is our belief system. It is not the system of white supremacy, but our belief system that is actually stopping us from aspiring towards greater things. This guy who says stuff like that is seen as the far right extremist. That's such an interesting shift of paradigm. The first time I got called that, I was so confused because I really did not understand that, that like meant nothing now. Like they were just using that in order to shut down conversation. I didn't get that early on when it first started appearing. And I'm talking early years ago. But at this point, it's like it's kind of a laughable thing for me. I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what they do. This is, the words they use in order to, feel justified in their own lunacy. Okay. It's kind of like dealing with a child, like a little kid who's just saying whatever. They're just, I'm an alien, I'm a goat. Like you kind of just view it as that. But in their world, it's all real. It's all serious. It's all serious. And if you don't agree with it, you are far right. You are radical. You're an extremist. Half of the stuff that's come out as like just common knowledge now used to be viewed as QAnon. It used to be viewed as, what they say? They said this was conspiracies, right? It was all one big conspiracy. And now it's just like, oh yeah, they were doing that. Oh yeah, they did do that. Oh yeah, of course. Right? Oh, God, Joe Biden would never do backdoor dealings to China with his son. And then now it's just like, oh yeah, he did do that. Oh yeah, right? Oh, those laptops? No, those were Russian misinformation. Oh, they weren't? They were actually just his laptops with all his crack pictures on there? Oh, okay. With all his child on there? Oh, okay. Yeah. But you're radical, though. You're radical for saying what is common sense. You're radical for saying what is the truth. You're radical for saying what everybody is seeing. What we're all witnessing simultaneously, all as one. You are a radical for calling that exactly what it is. You are radical for calling a potato a potato. And you are forced to call it an apricot. I don't know why apricot came to mind, but I guess that's just the randomness of the moment. No, that is not a potato. That is an apricot. No, it is a potato. No. You are a bigot. You are a far-right extremist. That is an apricot. That is an apricot. That is an apricot. And then eventually you're just like, okay, fine. Just let it be an apricot then. Yes, because it is an apricot and you should worship it. No, we're not going for that anymore. Sorry, folks. We're not going with the bullying tactics. We don't give a damn about being canceled. I done been canceled in 13 different lifetimes. What I give a damn about being canceled right now? I'm canceled by somebody every single day of the week. What do I care about being canceled? Ain't no such thing as cancel, folks. You can only be canceled if you're going to shut the hell up and take the bullying. Riley Gaines was canceled for saying, hey, I feel uncomfortable because there's a boy inside of my bathroom, inside of my locker room. There's a boy here who is nude and he actually likes girls still. And yeah, she was canceled for that. And she was canceled all the way into Congress, where they now signed a bill that is named behind her or named after her. That now, unfortunately, we even had to get to this place, but protects girls from exactly that. Imagine. But she's a far right. She is a far right extremist. Welcome to post woke era. And I will gladly be one of the many voices that never shuts the hell up about this until it is completely eradicated and back where it needs to be, which is in the institutions, getting necessary mental help, because it is insane. Period.
I used to be afraid of the dark, place unknown like a hardening heart. I used to see my life in the bar. Now the kids unchained, every shackle is lost. 2 steps in the moonlight, 2 step in the daytime. You just know when it feel right. You got a feeling the time's not. See you through those shades that I just threw on. Through my lenses, you just can't do no wrong. I fell in love with myself again. I fell in love with myself. I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. I can see the light again. I can see the light. You can see the life in him illuminate the night. I know the time is taking. A 3-6-5, that's a full rotation. I see you looking up. You know them constellations. Constantly